Hi everyone, I'm Jerry Ford and welcome to my Thursday night mini class. And what are we doing tonight? Tonight we're going to make hand warmers that are inserts that'll go inside of your gloves or mittens and allow you to still have all the manual dexterity you had before. It's not going to impede. It also, you can wear it on the inside or the outside of your hand. Either way, you can still grip things. They also they have elastic, so they will stay on and not fall out. As you're working, it falls out the edge of the glove. So this could be worn either on, well, let's see, if I was doing this hand, I would just slide it in. It's got a heated insert. And see, this won't slide off. And see, you can still grip. You can still do things with your hand and not have any problems. And it still keeps your hand, the palm of your hand warm. If you still need to have full feeling on the inside, then just simply, I'll do this on the other hand, just put it on the opposite side, and that now fits inside of your glove and keeps the outside of your hand warm, still keeping you warm. Okay, so let's get started. This project can be done with scraps, so you've got lots of scraps around. So first thing you're going to need for the pocket with the warming pocket, you're going to need 100% cotton fabric because this is going to go in the microwave. And of course, you're going to need 100% cotton thread as well. Okay, for the outer cover, you're going to need scraps of fabric. They can be kind of small, and some elastic. You can use 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, however size elastic you have. And you need it big enough to at least go across the palm like that. Of course, you need your rice. Does not need to be scented, but if you wanted to scent it, you could. How you would scent your rice is that you would take a jar, take a pound of rice in there, to put a pound of rice, not instant rice, but regular cheap, you must boil this forever rice. Any kind of rice will boil except for the instant rice. And then you're just put in a few drops of some kind of essential oil. Let it roll around and put this, in a cupboard, and every day for about 2 weeks, just sort of twist it around, mix up the rice. And after 2 weeks, your rice will be perfectly scented. You do not have to have scented rice for this. Regular rice will be fine. You're going to need a funnel or a spoon in order to stuff the insert. To make your pattern, you need a piece of stabilizer or a piece of paper. Tissue paper actually works better, and some kind of a marker. And of course, you need scissors and pins and all the normal notions. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is make our pattern. So I'm going to take a piece of this sort of semi-sheer stuff, and it's a no-show mesh stabilizer. This way it's permanent. And so what you're going to do is you're going to sort of place it in your palm or have someone hold it for you. Then it helps to take a Sharpie marker or some kind of thin line marker, because you want this to fit the hand of the person you're making it for. So I have relatively small hands. My husband has big ones, so I made a big one for him. For a child, probably do with the small hands that I have, you would make these smaller. But in order for this to fit in here nicely, so you're just going to sort of drape that over your hand. And what you want to do is you want to trace this part of your hand. This is going to be your pattern. So where the fingers go, down around the edge, up to the wrist, and then where you have that line going across, you're coming across here and then turning that up. So we're going to make that pattern. Okay, so, and I'm just feeling where it goes. Okay, come down along the hand. Don't move on me. Come down here to just before the wrist. Okay, now here's that part here. And there is the pattern for your hand. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out and check it. I like to use stabilizer, old pieces of interfacing that you have left over. Okay. And I'm going to test this pattern. Okay, so here's the line. Actually, I think that'll work. I think I'll come a little bit wider on the outside just to go straight down here. And I'll probably come out here a little square. So I'm going to trace it again. Sometimes it might take a few times to do this. I'll come out here a little bit more, make it a little more square. Come here, go around there, come straight down. And I'm going to make this relatively squarish, okay? Okay, I'll probably cut one more out just to check it. Put that in my hand again. Okay, that I like the way that looks here. It's a little bit on the long side, but that's okay. I just lop it off a little bit. Okay. Okay, so that is going to actually be the pattern for the liner. In other words, the part that's going to have the rice in it, because we're going to be taking a little bit less than 1/4 of an inch seam all the way around, but we need to make a pattern for the covering. Okay, I have to decide where do I want the opening to be, here and here. Okay, so here is this line. Go from here to here and draw this. Okay. And then from here, like this is 1/2. So I'm going to come out about an inch, straight about an inch out. And that is the outside. I'll just say outside, and then we've got this side here. Let's see, I need another, should have done it this way. The line's here and here, so I want to draw this side now. So I'm going to draw that, trace that. To here and here. Take that out about an inch and just draw it straight, okay? These are going to be your fold lines, okay? And I'll put this as the inside piece. We need 3, so we would take another one. And I'm just going to trace this out. And these are either the inside or the outside, because you know this can be worn either on inside the palm of the hand or on the outside of the palm of the hand. So here's this line again. Okay. And this is the covering. The front or the back, whichever you choose. Okay, and now I'm going to, here's my seam. Okay, so I'm going to cut this now 1/4 of an inch wider. This is the outside, so I'm going to cut this 1/4 inch wider here. See where the orange is. 1 inch is fine, so that's enough. Okay, and then same thing here. I'll come out 1/4 inch on this outside edge. And of course this is fine here, and this is going to be 1/4 inch all the way around. Now we're ready to cut out our pieces, or as soon as I finish drawing it. Okay. So now this one is our liner, and I'm going to go ahead and call this my liner. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to cut out my liner. Here I got 4 layers here. And I'm going to just pin it. And I'm going to cut this out right on the line. And this is just 4 pieces of scrap white. And now I'm going to pick my favorite fabrics. I'm going to need enough for scraps, so I know Let me see. I've got lots of little pieces here. Okay, for the front, you want to do them in sets of 2, right sides together. Okay, here's my cover. That fits in. Okay, and this is ready to cut out about 1/4 of an inch away. This one is the inside edge of the glove, or inside edge of the liner, because this can be washed, so this can be made out of pretty much any fabric. Again, I'm cutting 1/4 of an inch around. And then this one, let's see. Yes, you could match up your prints. I'm not too concerned about that. Let's see, maybe this way. Okay, let's start constructing this. Okay, we start with the liner. So I have 4 pieces for my liner. Okay, I'm just going to take 2 together. Okay, I want to leave an opening about that big on the straightest edge I can. Does not matter exactly where you leave it. Okay. And I'm going to sew a little less than 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to back tack. So pivot as you go around. Here's my straightaway. And I'm just going to back tack and cut. Same thing here. Back tack. Okay, so now I've sewn, I've got two of these. I'm going to clip my curves. Don't cut through your stitching. Just clip your curves here. And turn it right sides out. Helps to use a point turner. So you want to clip all these curves. Tighter the curve, the more clips you need. Okay, and now turn it right sides out and smooth it. Helps to use a point turner. Okay, no need to press it. Okay, so now you're going to fill it. Okay, it's turned it right side out, so I'm going to open my rice jar. So I want to fill this up about halfway. Okay, so I want to just fold this inside right here and pin it. Okay, and then I'm going to just edge stitch that on the sewing machine. Like I said, you don't want to get, it helps, might even help if you take some pins to hold back the rice so it'll stay out of the way as you edge stitch it. Or you could hand stitch it either way if you don't feel comfortable doing this. Okay. There, it's rice won't come out. It's good. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, see, this is nice and stuffed. It'll lay relatively flat and it'll stay in your hand, and look, You can move things. You can still grab a hold of things. If you like shoveling snow and this is like too hard, if you're doing fine motor things, you can always put it on the back of your hand and have it the same way. In fact, if you prefer to have your inserts on the back of your hand, you could draft this pattern wider so that it's got more coverage. But if you want it on the inside of the hand, which is where I'm always cold, or if you're going to have it in mittens. Okay, so we're going to take both the inner and the outer part, and I'm going to press this about 1/4 of an inch, or actually a little less, just edge stitch it like that. And you can zigzag this. This is going to be on the inside, so it really doesn't matter if you have it thin or not. I'm just going to do a little tiny narrow hem. I'm going to do it in white just so you can see what's going on. You could roll this edge, but I don't like to. This is going to be on the inside, so it really won't ravel. If you feel like you need a little more security, just do a double row of stitching. And see, that is not going to come out, and it's not going to ravel. That's my inside, and here's the outside. The same thing. The reason I'm leaving this as flat, I like this as flat as it could be because this is going to overlap. And when it overlaps, I don't want to feel this bulk in my hand, so I'm going to leave that. Okay, now we're ready to do the cover. Okay, so you have your full cover, I call it the inside, the solid piece, and this is the lining. Remember the lining we did before, and we marked where we wanted to put the elastic, and pardon my hands, I have ink all over them and it won't come off. So I'll lay this in the center like that. Okay, I'm going to take a mark and transfer, so I know I need to put the elastic here and here. Okay, so I'm going to just lay my piece of elastic across from here to here and stick out a little bit. That's fine. If you want to pin it in place, you can. I'm just going to pin it in, well, I just pin it like here. Okay, missed. And this one, there's my marks. Okay, now, remember I had already double stitched these, so I'm going to start with the outer edge, and you want to, it's easier to set this one first. Okay, this goes this way, and this one's going to go this way. Okay, so the overfold, but you're going to put the little short side outer edge in first. So just put that in here. It's okay if it doesn't match exactly. If this is a little bigger, that's fine. Then I put the toe end in. Okay. I'm going to pin it. And if this sticks over, that's fine, because now I'm going to turn it over where my solid piece is, and I'm just going to stitch around all the way around by 1/4 of an inch. When I come to the elastic, I'm probably going to double that stitching. The elastic is just as wide. You don't stretch it, you don't make it bigger. It's fine as it is. And I'm using the outer edge of the full piece in order to stitch this. Coming to the elastic again. Okay, I'm going to trim it even. Just trim around here. So if it wasn't even before, just make it even. I'm going to clip off any excess elastic. I'm just clipping the every curve inside and outside all the way around. Okay. Now that it's clipped, turn it right sides out. And put the elastic on either end you want. Okay. So now you've got, now this is fully washable. So you would take your insert that you made before. Okay, and I'm just going to move this to the other side for now, just to make it easier. And I'm going to put this in, and you would heat this up. You would heat up the insert. And put this in this side. Spread it out. Okay, so see, now this is a fully enclosed. If I was going to wear this on the inside, either way, it doesn't matter which way you put this. If you want less bulk on the inside, you're going to wear it on the inside of your hand. You would just slip it onto your hand this way. Put your glove or mitten on. And now you've got full use of your hands. Okay. Or if you don't want it on the inside, you could put it on the outside. Either flip this around this way. That would be work too. And wear it on the outside of your hand. Then put your mittens or gloves on. You just flatten out this rice, distribute it. And now this will keep your hands nice and warm. Okay, that's all there is to this. This is so simple to make, and they're very fast to make. Let's see, this would now keep your hands nice and warm. These are wonderful inserts. Okay, I don't have it all the way in there. Okay, and so now you've got a pair of inserts, one for each hand. Let's see, yeah, there's one for each hand. So easy, so much fun to do. And it'll help keep your hands warm. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send me an email at waltzquilt@yahoo.com, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of any future videos. Okay, thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Bye.